How Caitlyn Jenner's transition almost destroyed her family. Welcome back to Binge-Worthy Network. From secretly shopping for women's clothes to publicly exposing her ex-wife, this is how Caitlyn Jenner's transformation almost destroyed her family. But before we get started, hit that like button if you love Kardashian-Jenner drama and news, and make sure you subscribe to our channel. When it comes to the Kardashian-Jenner family, it seems like the mega famous Hollywood siblings and sisters will do anything in their power to remain in the spotlight. And while it's mostly the Kardashian sisters who would end up on the headlines, in 2015 a major story broke out that shocked the entire world. Some of you might remember how in 2015 the beloved father of the Kardashian-Jenner clan, Bruce Jenner, came out as transgender. In a very public statement that soon made worldwide headlines, Bruce declared that he was truly a woman.
Yes, for all intents and purposes, I am a woman.
Who needed to finish his transitioning into the person she was meant to be. And only after a few weeks of the jaw-dropping story coming out, Caitlyn Jenner was finally introduced to the world as a woman ready to face the world in confidence. And while Caitlyn's bravery was admired by millions across the globe, including the Kardashians, soon the narrative changed when Caitlyn decided to publish a tell-all book. Little did the Olympic runner know that by releasing the memoir book, she almost destroyed the family she once built with Kris Jenner. From exposing Kris by saying she knew the secret all along, to calling out the Kardashian sisters by names, Caitlyn left no stone unturned. And with every revealing page of the book, Caitlyn began exposing the very same family she had raised with love and care. Let's take a closer look at exactly what Kate said about the family and how her tell-all book was the last straw for the Kardashians. In 2017, Caitlyn released her first memoir titled The Secrets of My Life. The majority of the tell-all book was focused on how Bruce finally gained the strength to come out as transgender to the world. But in between Bruce's transformation into Caitlyn, the Olympic runner filled her book with lies about the Kardashians. Kate didn't shy away to disclose some very private information about the Kardashians, including her ex-wife, Kris. Kate started off by stating that her transformation should not have come as a shock to Kris because the momager knew about Caitlyn all along. I tell Kris about my gender issues before I make love to her. This will always be a subject of dispute between Kris and me as to how much she could intuit about my gender issues. She insists that she was taken by surprise by my ultimate transition to Caitlyn. I told her I dressed as a woman, and she knew I did because I did it several times in front of her after we were married, said Caitlyn. Along with lies about Kris Jenner, Kendall and Kylie's father also shared his thoughts about the very controversial and world-famous O.J. Simpson case. For those who are unaware, O.J. Simpson was a professional NFL player who also happened to be a very close friend of the Kardashian family. In 1995, O.J. was arrested for the suspected murder of his wife and Kris Jenner's best friend, Nicole Brown. The entire world was divided by this one-of-a-kind Hollywood murder case. While some fans had total and utter faith in O.J., there were others who did believe the NFL player had actually murdered his wife. One of those people was Robert Kardashian, O.J.'s friend and attorney, and now Caitlyn Jenner. Kate goes on to explain how back then, even Kris Jenner knew O.J. was guilty, despite the fact that her ex-husband and the father of her children was Simpson's attorney. We believed he had done it the minute we heard of her murder and the circumstances surrounding it, writes Caitlyn. Not only did Kate share her thoughts and feelings about the murder case, but she also disclosed how Robert Kardashian truly felt about his dear friend. Kate quoted Robert by saying, "I would have been okay with it if they'd gotten him in the first trial." Caitlyn's sudden public outbursts of secrets and the truth really upset the Kardashian sisters, especially Khloe Kardashian, who considered Bruce to be her second father. In 2003, Robert lost the battle with esophageal cancer, and ever since Robert's unfortunate passing, it was Bruce who stepped up to take care of the family and the sisters. But when it came to being honest and transparent, Bruce made a big mistake by not telling the sisters about her transition. Watch Khloe tell Ellen how she truly felt of the betrayal.
Well, I had a hard time because I found out on camera, like while we were filming, and I felt like we kept asking him, Bruce, like, what's going on? We're hearing all these rumors, and he kept telling us one thing, but really he knew he was transitioning and wouldn't be honest with us, so we felt like we were kind of the last to know. So that was hard for us, especially me. I defended him for so long or whatever.
But it wasn't only Khloe who felt gutted about Caitlyn's secret and her very public outbursts. When it came down to the tell-all book, it's safe to say that all Kardashian-Jenner siblings had a tough time coming to terms with Caitlyn's point of view. Not because what Caitlyn said was invalid, but because, as the Kardashians confirm, the pages of her memoir were mostly filled with lies about the Kardashian family. Even Kendall, arguably the closest sibling to Bruce, had a very tough time defending her father and the mistakes she has made over the last few months. Watch how honestly upset Kendall gets when she first read Caitlyn's tell-all.
And I heard about all the stuff that she was saying in it, and just how a lot of it's so not true. And then she goes around dissing the Kardashians, but it's like, those are the kids that you raised. If you have a problem with them, you raised them. That makes no sense to me that she would go around bashing like us for no reason. It's insane, Mom. That's insane.
The sweet Bruce, who was there for his family members and his children, has now become a mean-spirited and bitter woman who couldn't cope with his identity. So he went after the Kardashians. And that's how Caitlyn's tell-all book almost destroyed the entire Kardashian-Jenner clan. But thankfully, as of 2020, the relationships have mended and Caitlyn is once again welcome in the family. Just recently, both Kendall and Khloe wished Caitlyn a happy Father's Day, to which the Olympic runner responded with love and support. What do you think? Did Caitlyn cross the line by releasing her tell-all book? What would you have done in this situation? Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe and give us a like. And don't forget to turn on your post notifications and share this video with your friends. Goodbye, everyone.